Hey everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome back to Shady Gorge Park. Yes, I know, it's been a while since the last update video, and part of that is really because if you don't know, over on my Twitch channel, I had been doing, for the month of March, I was doing a 30 days of streaming challenge, and that challenge has been completed by the time you're watching this video, but the time that I would normally spend kind of recording and editing videos, I was spending streaming for that challenge. So apologize that, you know, if you've been wondering what, where the hell the next episode of Shady Gorge Park is. Well, here it is. Finally, we're here. And also, I do want to say, if you aren't following me over on Twitch, you really should, because all the building I do for this park, I do during live streams over on my Twitch channel. So if you're interested in catching those, make sure you head on over to my Twitch channel. Link is down in the description below. But yeah, so we have quite a bit of an update here for you, and I'll just we'll kind of go over everything we've done. So, you know, first of all, we have, I don't remember exactly if I showed this in the last episode, but we have this little street here. We got like a little burrito bonanza, we have a gulpy, and then we have a restroom. And we have this kind of started this sprawling temple kind of building here. So it really starts with the burrito bonanza, and it's gonna eventually make its way all the way across back here to the riverboat ride. But for the last couple streams, we've been working on this here, which this is the Hellion Ring, and you know, I thought this was a perfect spot for a flat ride, because the only flat ride we had in the park before this was the Rocktopus, which is way at the front of the park right here. So, you know, I figured it was time for another flat ride. And then I was thinking, like, you know what, let's make a temple here, and because the station for the train ride was so close, let's kind of all incorporate it together. And so that's what I did, and this is the sort of temple building for the train station, which has been named Boxcar Adventure, which I thought was one of my buddies in chat during the stream came up with the name, and I thought it was a pretty fitting name, and I liked it a lot. You know, another reason to check me out over on Twitch is because, you know, you can make suggestions as I'm building. Obviously, I still take your guys' suggestions here on YouTube as well. But, you know, if you want to do it as I'm building, that's the best way. But yeah, so we spent a lot of time on this spot right here, and I think it looks really good, really like full and like thick and jungly looking. I love having the plants and everything come right up to the water. In some cases they're kind of like sitting in the water. We have like the little vines that are kind of growing under the train tracks there. Just, you know, stuff that I think really helps, you know, just with the whole theming all together. I love the queue area for the Hellion Ring. I think it's, I like how it it's not a long queue, but I like how it sort of meanders a little bit. We have the water here, which I plan on setting up with triggers so that basically when the ride starts, that's when the water will flow through. So like, this is a door. I'd trigger the door to open and water would flow out like it is now. And then when the ride comes to a stop, the door would close and the water would stop flowing. I haven't set up the triggers for that yet, obviously, but that's in the works. That'll be done at some point. And then, yeah, I just thought that this was a really great spot for another temple. I think, you know, I think it looks really good. We also opened the ride. Obviously you can see guests are queuing up for it. The transportation rides in Planet Coaster are always so popular. I mean, they just, people love transportation rides. I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like people just ride them for rides. I don't think they ride them to actually, because right now this is the only other place we have the station. Like, I'm curious to see, are people getting off the ride? I mean, it's empty right now. Okay, people are getting on. Let's see what it does when it gets back to the other station. All right, so the train is pulling into the station here. So I want to see how many, I mean, that's a full train. I want to see how many of these people are getting off of the train here. Only a few. I mean, that's insane. That means all of them are just riding it to ride it as a ride. So I wonder if these people are gonna get back off at the other station. Let's follow it and see what it does. I think we should follow it as it goes through, since this area is nicely detailed and developed. Goes through a little tunnel through the hill there. Like, this is something I kind of noticed in Aurora Park, where I have the monorail. Is I had 3 stations in that park, and people were getting on the first station and riding it all the way around back to the first station. It's a cool shot though. Train looks great. We head back around over here. Oh, there's a octopus with the bubbles. I wish I could turn the bubbles off on that, but sadly you can't. Alright, so it's coming into the station. Let's see how many of these people are gonna be getting off. All of them. These are the people that got on the other station. So people are literally riding it as a ride. They're not using it as a transport ride, which is so weird to me that the AI is behaving that way. I find that really strange, because it also means that the people who are in this queue over here, they have to wait for the train to make an entire loop around the track, which means they're standing in the queue forever. That's kind of crazy to me that it's working that way. I'm not sure why it's doing that. But yeah, I mean, so, here, this is it. This is what we've done the last few streams. It's been working on this building here, the temple here, and kind of doing the detailing with the water. We did the roller coaster, which still needs all of the scenery and detailing back here. And then, yeah, just working on this here. Boxcar Adventure is the name that we have now given the train station, or the train ride itself. But yeah, there it is. I think it looks pretty sweet. And I said this, like, basically I kind of decided that, wherever there's not a building or not a ride, I'm just gonna fill it as much as I can with greenery and trees and shrubs and all that stuff to make it look like a really thick jungle kind of park. Looks like, I want it to look like it's sitting in a jungle, and I think we're accomplishing that. It's looking really good so far. Like, if you look at it from here, it's like, man, that looks so cool, right? I think it does. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this part here. Be sure you guys leave your comments and suggestions and feedback down below. Let me know what you think of the new buildings, and if you have any suggestions for, like, things we should build, whether it's a building or a ride, let me know, because I will, you know, besides taking suggestions during live streams, I like to use your guys' suggestions too. So again, be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I am 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.